If you are not already making money from your YouTube channel, you are doing it wrong. And no, you don't have to be monetized to make money from YouTube. You just have to have one thing. I'm Kate, and I have helped thousands of creators make a full-time living from content creation. And I didn't need a lot of views to do it. So the first thing I'm going to say is yes, I have another YouTube channel, and yes, it is monetized. However, my total monetization for 2 videos that I filmed last year was $130. Not exactly a full-time living, right? One of them got 6,700 views within its first few weeks, and the other one has a little over 7,000 views in a year. However, both of these videos combined have made me over $6,000 from 2 videos with less than 20,000 combined views. Less than 15,000 combined views, in fact. And of course, you might be wondering how that's possible. The first thing to note is that I do have digital products within my niche, and that's how I want you to do it, because really what I want is for every woman to be a rich content creator in her own way. Just to show my numbers, these are my monetization numbers from this past month, and these are my total sales from this month so far, just using YouTube and my email list. And let me tell you, my email list was $3,000 of this. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. You can see that there is an instant massive spike the moment that I posted the YouTube video that got a few thousand views and did pretty well, but that spike is from posting that video and then people going and watching another one of my videos. So having multiple videos is key here. So how did I make sure that a video that wasn't going to go super viral, wasn't going to get me tens of thousands of views, was going to make me a ton of money? The first is that I'm in a very specific niche. I have a niche that I know a lot about and I'm very good at. The top niches to be in are going to be health, finance, and relationships. These are the top 3 things people are willing to spend money on to figure out. Of course, finance doesn't have to be a very general finance content piece. It can be something very specific. So mine is, of course, my author courses, because I started out my career as an author, making a full-time living from my books and teaching other authors how to do that. The second thing is that I used social media to create and promote a freebie item, which was a cheat sheet for social media for authors specifically, and I shared this cheat sheet all across social media as a free thing to get people to sign up for my newsletter. I then started to share through my newsletter blog posts and YouTube videos, which again, my YouTube is pretty recent and honestly a little bit sad how infrequently I post there. So it's mostly blog posts that I share there, but I also share my YouTube content, and when it's been a while since I've shared it, I will share it again. I also make sure that my YouTube videos are optimized in an editing sort of way. I make sure that I'm talking the moment that my camera is going, and I make sure that my advice is helpful and actionable. You want to make sure you have helpful, actionable tips within your content. If you want to learn my exact content strategy, make sure to check out my course bundle below. It's going to have all of my courses, including the Real Advantage, which has helped thousands of creators make money through short form video. Another thing that I do is I repurpose my YouTube videos using short form, and I use YouTube's built-in short creator, where I will create the short form videos from that video in YouTube itself. This is because YouTube wants you to use that feature, which means they're more likely to make that post go viral and therefore lead people back to your original video. Just picking parts where you have a useful piece of advice to throw out there is a very good way to do this, because it's super quick. You're just picking a chunk out of the video and then sharing it, and then it also encourages people to go back to your long form content and encourages people to subscribe, because despite the fact that this piece of short form video is from the long form video, people have now watched multiple pieces of your content. You can also share these short form videos on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok and direct people back to your YouTube channel, because long form content is the best way to make sales, because when people watch you for 10 or 20 or 30 minutes and they watch multiple videos, they see you as an expert. They see you as an authority. So they are more likely to spend money on what you are selling, on the thing you can do to help them. them. If you're not already a course creator, you might be wondering, well, I don't have anything to sell them. What in the world am I going to sell? And there are a few things you can do. You can do a pre-order bundle, you can do affiliate product, and what I like to do when I only have affiliate products is I will say, if you want to learn more about XYZ, check out the link below. And when I have my own product for that, I'm going to replace that affiliate link with my product because YouTube videos are evergreen. YouTube will suggest videos that are years old if you're watching similar content. For example, if you're trying to help people fix cars, then you might give them an affiliate link before you have your own thing on fixing this specific problem with cars that you can then replace when you get that piece of content ready to sell. Again, you don't have to have a ton of subscribers to start making money with this. There's no reason to wait to sell a product until you have a ton of followers. You need to start selling this product now because that way you're going to have your call to action in your video, and when people start to go watch your older videos because they've watched your newer stuff, they are then going to still go and click that. You need to give them access to your products because if you are an expert in your field, if you're an authority in your field, people want to buy what you're selling. The great thing is, if you already have a product to sell, a product that maybe isn't selling super well, you can start using YouTube to sell this product. I have a lot of people that I've worked with who have courses or digital product or even physical products that they're not selling and that they're struggling to sell, but as soon as they start posting on YouTube, it starts selling like hotcakes. You also don't want to get too attached to your thumbnail because if you make a thumbnail that feels really great but isn't converting to views, isn't converting to clicks, then it's worth just getting rid of that thumbnail and starting another one. Your thumbnail is going to be the most important thing that gets people to click on your video. So make sure that that thumbnail is interesting and that it gets to the point, that it gives people an idea of what they're going to learn from your video, because people use YouTube as a search engine. They use it to learn information, to find out what they want to find out. If I'm trying to replace a broken window in a car, the first place I'm going to go is YouTube, and you want to be on that list if that is your niche. In the same way, if I am looking for business advice to, for example, sell more courses, I'm gonna check YouTube first. So the person with the best content who is creating consistent, decent content is going to be the person I end up spending money with because I want someone that knows what they're talking about and I want them to be easy to find. So make sure that you're making your content very easy to find, make it very obvious what your content is about, and make it very searchable. Because despite the fact that a number of my views on my YouTube videos that were monetized, that made me money, came from my newsletter, a very large majority of them came from YouTube recommending that content to people because it was very obvious what the content was about. You also don't want to waste a ton of time introducing yourself right at the beginning of the video. If you did record a video and you are talking about yourself the moment the video starts, make sure to edit something interesting and useful at the beginning of the video before you start introducing yourself, because you want people to know that you are here to fix their problem. And when people initially find your content, unfortunately, they really don't care about you or your content because they want to know what they can get out of your content. You don't want to open a video saying, "Hi, I am Marissa and I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much for watching my video." By that point, everyone's already clicked out. They have no idea what your niche is, what your genre is, what you're talking about, and what you are there to help them with. So when you're making your content, you have to make sure that you are making relevant content to your niche that helps people. That is the most important thing for you to remember, and make sure that your thumbnail reflects that, because that is how I made only $100 from a monetized video, but $6,000 in course sales from that video. If you want to learn exactly how I make money using social media and using YouTube, make sure to check out the link below.